Hey there guys, welcome to a kind of very relaxed, soft-spoken video. Today I brought a couple of items that I thought I could talk about in a kind of show and tell format. In a sense, it's kind of like an ASMR ramble, but with some interesting triggers. You can learn a little bit more about me. That's not like a Q&A format. Maybe I'll do a Q&A at 10,000 subscribers or something, but yeah. The first object I have is quite simple. You'll see it's very relaxed. Is this shin pad. It's a shin pad. You guys might know that I do rock climbing. But you might not know, or I probably talk about it less, but for many, many years I was a very committed football player. Like, I wasn't good. I was like always kind of just average. I could run. That was the best thing about me, I could run pretty fast. But football used to be the one thing I'd look forward to training. I'd look forward to matches, and it would, at a point in my life, it was like the one thing getting me through the week. The thought of being able to play football on a Sunday. Like, even if I didn't have anything, or like I felt lonely, I had my team and we'd support each other. And I remember I used to get really upset when the games were cancelled, because I'd been looking forward to it the whole week, you know. But recently, moving to uni, it's the thing with women's football is that there's always a problem. There's always a problem with getting enough players, and then once you've got enough players, keeping the players that you've got. And so we constantly struggled for players. Like, we had weeks where we'd be playing with 9 against 11, and you know, like, I went to uni as well, so I had to leave the team behind anyways. At uni, like, I missed the trials. I think I was too scared to trial, really. Like, I think I knew, or I did know, I knew when the trials were, but I didn't, I don't know why I didn't go. I'm gonna go this year. I'm hoping to get back into it. Especially now that I've done all the running training, I'll be even better. I've been playing in some games the last few weeks, some friendlies with a different team. And that's been good. I played a defender. I started off as a right back, and then I got moved to centre back. And at the time, I was a bit like, I've lost, I think, like 10 kilos this year. So I was a bit more bulky. and I used to just like be able to ram into people because I'm kind of built mainly of muscle. I could just ram into people and knock them off the ball, and that was kind of my style of defending. It was nothing. It was very Sunday league. I'm not sure I could get away with that anymore. In the friendlies, I've been playing in the field, so there's that. It's my first touch is just abysmal. That's the worst part of my game. I have no touch. If the ball is in the air and you want me to control it first time, I'll probably launch it to Saturn or something. Probably launch it to Saturn. It probably won't go well. But I've had these shin pads for so long. I need new football boots, I need new shin pads, I need new everything. You can see I've got another new shirt, I'm having to buy new clothes. Also wearing new jeans, my first ever pair of jeans I bought on purpose. I'd stand up, but it would make too much noise. Move on to the next item. This is just a plastic bag. It's just a plastic bag. It's taken from another one of my major interests that I do with my dad, which is board games. We have a very, very large board game collection. Not of Monopoly and that, but maybe if you search up Agricola or Viticulture, or it would be games like that. I think a kind of intro one is Ticket to Ride, if you've ever played Ticket to Ride. This is where we keep all the meeples, which is what we call the, I don't know why I'm being elitist. I think a lot of people call them meeples, but it's just the small pieces that come with the games. He has 1,000 of these. Everything has to be packaged and put in its proper place. I admire the organisation. I would like to start a board game society at university, but I'm captaining the women's football team next year for my college, so I don't know about that one. Maybe third year. It's something that I hope I'd be able to find a group when I'm older to play with. I'd like a group of 3 other people, and we just sit and we have dinner together and we play video games, or we have a pint or something. I'm gonna go to a Dungeons and Dragons session for the first time soon. That'll be exciting. I feel like it's something that'll be right up my street. I'd like to be I don't know, I think a cleric maybe. If you were a fantasy race, what kind of fantasy race would you be? I think I'd make a very good elf. I'd like to be an elf. With ears. Imagine this ear being pointy. I'd look so cool. And elves can live forever. 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 Not whatever the hell I just said. Or like, they live for at least a reasonable amount of time. I'm not sure I'd want to live forever. I wouldn't want to be floating around in the void. That doesn't sound very interesting. Back to the board games anyways. I haven't been doing very well recently. My head evidently hasn't been in the game. My dad has beaten me a lot. Like last year, he only won like 3 games, but this year I'm getting battered. But I kind of blame that into the fact that he brought out Scrabble. You've learned that like a 50-year-old man versus a 19-year-old girl at Scrabble. In fact, the gender doesn't matter, but like, the odds are stacked against me. To make myself feel better, I challenged my international friends to English Scrabble. And surprise, I did win. If I didn't win, I would have been quite embarrassed. But I won, so it's okay. My best game is viticulture. It's a game about making wines. And yeah, I think I've lost maybe twice, and we've played it like 20 times. I think I've probably mentioned that on the channel before. I feel like I distinctly remember. But oh well. The next item I have is a hardback copy it's about a hardback very badly of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I have the whole series in hardback, but I just figured that this one's the easiest to handle because it's the shortest. I credit this book single-handedly as the one thing that got me into reading when I was, I think, around 9. I picked up the Harry Potter books and I didn't put them down until I was 11, basically. I used to count how many times I read through the series. I believe it was 14 times by the end. I was so obsessed, and I was so obviously obsessed, that other people's parents would invite me with their children to Harry Potter World. Hopefully this isn't offensive, but it was basically like giving a Make-A-Wish kid their like final dream for 11-year-old me. Except I wasn't Make-A-Wish, and I'm very privileged, and yeah. We had the accelerated reader program, which was basically where you would read a book and then you'd do a test on it online to kind of check that you'd like actually read it, and you'd get points and it would upgrade need your reading score. And I took that so competitively. I wanted to be the number one reader. I started doing tests of books. Like, I remember distinctly doing one on Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I'd read it like 3 years prior. And then I got so overconfident, I thought, oh, I'm 11, let me read Gulliver's Travels, and yeah, I got humbled. So, take that, 11-year-old me. But I know J.K. Rowling's been cancelled, but I have to credit her because without the Harry Potter books, I don't think I would have got into reading, and from that I don't think I would have done anything that kind of has got me where I am today. So, credit to J.K. Rowling where it's very limitedly due. Triple Smarties Gold Award winner, it says here on the bottom. I used to love Smarties. When I learned the piano, I did piano lessons unwillingly. I failed grade 3 piano, also at 11. 11 was evidently just a year of being humbled, but I hated the piano lessons, but the only positive was that my mum would take me and my twin brother to school, and to the shops beforehand we could buy out a treat. And I would always get the pick and mix, but I think if I didn't, the Smarties would have been right up there. I failed my piano test because I just never practiced. I felt forced into it. I'd be much more inclined to do it now that I'm older. But I think my favourite instrument is the saxophone. I love the saxophone. The saxophone makes jazz. I'd love to see a jazz show. There's so many things to do and see. I'd like to live so many lives so I could do it all. In another life I'd be a massage therapist, I'd be a builder, I'd be a baker, I'd love to go to culinary school. I'd love to. I kind of wish that I could have gone. I say this like I can cook very well, I can cook very mediocre, but that's what culinary school is for, I suppose. But I've had a cadaver Harry Potter. Moving on to my last item that I have in front of me, which is this door lock. It's a practice door lock from a lock picking set that I got given one Christmas, and so I can lock pick padlocks now. Very useful if I want to be a criminal, I suppose. But I kind of always thought of myself as a jack of all trades and a master of absolutely nothing. I couldn't tell you one thing that I'm like really good at. I have a very average 5k time. I recently got a new PB, 24 minutes and something. That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty fast. I say 24 minutes and something, that implies it was probably 24, 50, 59, but I was stoked. I was absolutely stoked with that. I don't know if it's better to be a master of one thing. I'd say yes. Can you imagine being the best in the world at something? be so cool. The only thing I could lay a claim to being the best in the world at is I actually don't know. I actually have nothing. I actually can't come up with a single thing. But I think that's how it's meant to be. If there wasn't someone who was better than you, then like, what would be the motivation for getting better? I think it's always exciting to know that someone's either right behind you or right in front of you. That's the whole thing behind like parkrun. You run so much faster because there's someone ahead of you and you want to catch them, or there's someone behind you and you don't want to be caught. I don't know if they do parkrun anywhere other than the UK, but I've recently been doing it a lot. Anyway, that's enough yap for today. I'll probably make another one of these videos. It's quite cathartic to like go over things that are like personal and happy to me, to you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the kind of soft-spoken ramble. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. Good night.